Boney. Leave us alone.
Beautiful. Hello again. Well, I got the two Bonies to get along, and they're finally going into this little intervention that they both know that they are both one and the same.
Hey, we're not done! Now, Boney, why do you want to be left alone-y?
Oh boy.
You tell me, Pipsqueak. I thought you were me. No, you were helping me. It's in our DNA.
Now that's the first step, just admitting that you have a problem. Just like in this upcoming episode. In this episode, Dottie is addicted to this stuff called Coca-Cola. She hasn't admitted that she has a problem. She is very obsessed over this.
Just like you got a problem.
What might that be?
You won't shut up! You need to shut up and get out of here! Good one. Yeah, good one.
Enjoy the show.
This local cola is so good. It's so good, I think I'll have another one. Oh, Zip, bring me another can of that delicious soda. Daddy, there's only one can left in. I kind of thought I'd drink it, seeing as you drank the other 49 cans. I see your point, but there's only one problem. What's that, Daddy? I want that can. Sorry, it's mine. Oh, yeah? You give me that can. I'm gonna get that soda from you if it's the last thing I do. Let me have that soda, you little wise guy. Give me that soda. Daddy, stop shaking. Daddy, it's gonna explode. Welcome to Weinerville. What's up? And here's your host, Wiener. How about a nice hand for Cocktail Frank and his weenies? Thank you. On today's show, we'll be looking at how some people just don't know when to say when. Be it video games, shopping, whatever. Sometimes people just don't know when to stop. And this can get you into a lot of trouble at traffic lights. Hello! Hey, Zip, where you going with the cola? I'm taking it to Daddy. Marcy's gone crazy over this cola. I think she's falling in love with it. What makes you say that? Has anyone ever told you you have an effervescent personality? If Daddy drinks any more of that soda, she's gonna have more gas than if she ate your chili.
Oh, yeah? Well, you have more bubbles in your brain than there are in that soda can, I'll tell you that.
Do not.
Do.
Do not. Do not. Hi, it's Captain Bob. Thank you. I'm looking for someone to help join me crew. Are there any volunteers out there? I need somebody. Hey, you sir with the red shirt, come aboard. You don't look too enthusiastic. Don't worry, Captain Bob will help you out. You know, on my many travels, I learned the ancient art of hypnosis. All right, come aboard. See, hypnosis can help you with a lot of things like excessive and compulsive behavior. Once, I'll tell you a little story. Once I had a matey on board who couldn't stop picking his nose. I hypnotized him into thinking he was a chicken. I got him to stop picking his nose, but he wouldn't stop laying eggs. I can tell by your look that you don't believe me. All right, maybe you need a little demonstration of hypnosis. Watch this. I'll hypnotize me parrot. Watch this. You're getting sleepy. You're getting sleepy. You're getting sleepy. You're asleep. All right, you gonna let me hypnotize you, or you want to end up like the parrot? You're gonna let me hypnotize you then, right? All right, good. Here we go now. You're getting sleepy. You're getting sleepy. You're getting wet. All right, man. Marcus, shh, quiet. Oh, okay. I need quiet. Easy. Easy now. Oh, yes. Delightful. What are you making? Lunch. Now what can I help you with? Professor, I have a problem. Oh, my goodness, that does sound serious. No, I haven't told you the problem yet. I suggest a beak of sodium bicuspid mixed liberally with a jigger of, let's say... Well, it's not me who has the problem. Dottie has the problem. She can't get enough of this local cola. She's going nuts all over it. Oh, is that all? Well, it so happens I have an experiment that might help you. I call it the overindulgent super subplanticator, also known as the junk food jammer. How does it work? On one side of the table, I have placed a pile of tantalizing yet unhealthy junk food. Hooked to this is a black box, which will send a painful yet mild jolt to whoever tries to eat it. On the other side... Yes. And on the other side is a harmless, healthy bowl of fruit, pleasant to the touch and palate. See, Marcus, this will teach the subject that junk food is bad and health food is good. Marcus, have you listened to a single word I've said? Yes, I have, Professor. Dad, you see how that works? Oh, I get it. I suppose I do have a few bucks to work on. We need two new citizens in Weinerville. Who wants to be Weinerville's Bernie? Bring me up the Weinerville. What's your name? Missy. Missy. Is that you, Missy? And you right here. Come on. What's your name? Come on, let's go. Let's go. Going up. I am Missy and Sharon are coming up. Come on. You're coming in. I got it. Program. Let's say hello to Misty and Sharon. Sharon, is that how you say it? Oh, isn't that pretty? Okay, the name of the game is Do the Can. We'll be using the creamerizers today. Awesome sound effect. All right, now, cans will be coming out on the conveyor belt. You have to recycle the cans. Whoever recycles the most cans wins the game. You just push it over to your opponent's side. You have 30 seconds. Go! You can't see. All right, there you go. Let's see who our winner is. The winner is, with 11 points, Misty! Our runner-up receives the silver hot dog. Whoa. You're losing your head over here. There you go. And our winner gets the golden hot dog. And they both get the special topping. Oh! Well, have you talked to her yet? How do you mean? Well, sometimes people don't realize they have a problem until you talk to them. What do you say we go talk to her together? Okay. Oh, Dottie. Hi, Mark. Have you seen Zip? He went out minutes ago, and I haven't seen him since. No. But Dottie, don't you think you're going a little crazy there with all that local cola? What do you mean? Well, look around you, and what do you see? A desk? Dottie? Oh, you're right, Mark. worry, Daddy. You've admitted you have a problem, and that's a good step. In no time, you'll forget all about the soda.
You think so?
I know so, because Zip and I are here to help you. Right, Zip? Zip?
Hey, this soda's pretty good.
Oh! Hit it, Frank! Nickelodeon Weinerville is taped in front of a live studio audience at Nickelodeon Studios at Universal Studios, Florida.
Here is a video by YouTube user JunkdawerWillies who reviewed Weinerville back in 2013. It's actually a pretty funny review, and actually one of the only reviews that I've seen of Weinerville on the internet. So it's actually really cool. Check out his stuff. He is really funny. He does other movie reviews, and I love his sarcastic sense of humor. Check it out.
Nick Jr.
Let's get dangerous.
Geico Headquarters, so massive it holds over 50
What was that?
Let's start this right now, shall we? This month I'm going to be reviewing TV programs that were around when I was little. Most of which you may not have even heard of, and some you might have just completely forgotten about. Like the Spice Girls. Yeah, I bet a lot of you had an oh yeah moment just now. So to start off this TV month, we have a show from the 90s that aired on Nickelodeon and involved a guy who hung around a bunch of puppets. Have you ever heard of Weinerville? Making its first appearance in 1993 and hosted by its creator, Mark Weiner, Weinerville was one of those shows that was so 90s it would make your head spin. Don't believe me? Well, let's just take a look at the premise. The host is a guy who wanders around a miniature city, hanging out with a bunch of puppets, and sometimes has games the live studio audience participates in that always ends in them getting slimed. Yeah, no one would air that shit nowadays. Okay, so this is how the show would work. I have a bunch of these puppets, and it's just them, and me, and a bunch of these little kids. Oh, and sometimes I'm dressed in drag. The show is essentially Pee-wee's Playhouse, with a lot less talking furniture and a disappointing lack of Morpheus. Just believe me when I say that this show is pretty weird. For instance, you have Boney, a dinosaur puppet thingy who's a complete dick to kids.
I told you I couldn't! Now get out of here!
But I guess you can't really blame him when this is what he has to work with.
How many pterodactyls does it take to screw on a light bulb?
Come on, Boney. Everybody knows there's no electricity in the Pleistocene era.
These kids are no Dakota Fanning, let me tell you.
Hey, kids, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be president.
Oh, a woman running for president? Oh, how absurd. It's always fun to watch the kids in these shows. It's like they were dragged from their parents off the streets and forced to participate.
This is how we take pictures. 1, 2, 3, smile!
Look, the whole joke is that it makes the family laugh. But look at this kid. He is not amused at all by this preposterous satire.
Guaranteed to make the people smile.
There's also sometimes a general store bit where Mark shows off the products.
The perfect product for you. It's called the Boogie Bucket. Just put it right on there and your problems are solved.
Oh, God damn it, Mark.
I can save you big bucks. I'm talking mucho dinero. Not to be confused with Robert De Niro.
No. Bad Mark. add Mark.
And you would sit in the toilet. Ah! Well, that's not a problem anymore now with the new Tushy enhancer.
What the hell is that? I'm curious as to why someone would buy a novelty thing like that, but I kinda don't wanna know. Oh, and remember when I said that this show is like Pee-wee's Playhouse? Well, it even has its own red-headed stepchild puppet.
Here, a quick impression of someone surfing in New Jersey. Surfing in New York City. Hey, give me that board.
Alright, that's pretty funny. This kid sure seemed to enjoy it. Apart from the little skits like Boney, the show usually revolves around a kinda sorta theme, the duration of which is like maybe a minute tops. Like this episode, for instance, where the plot is that Mark's mother is visiting, and so of course all the puppet characters run like hell, or explode apparently. Then there's a bunch of skits, a few cartoon shorts, and then his mom shows up at the last few seconds of the show and then end credits. Or how about the eco-crazy episode where there's a villain named
First and Second Industries. I should have known.
First and Second? Anyway, they try to pollute Weinerville by dumping a bunch of garbage in it.
What about the old phone books that I dumped?
Recycled!
What about the Billy Ray Cyrus achy breaky CDs?
I kept those.
He kept all the achy breaky heart CDs? Oh, these guys truly are the epitome of evil.
Tear down those forests, pave them. I want parking lots.
Oh man, and I haven't even touched the cartoon shorts yet. The Poke of Wienerville is basically these old school cartoons they would show in between the Boney skits and
Tushy enhancer.
prosthetic buttholes. Shows like Mr. Magoo and Alvin and the Chipmunks.
It's a kid.
Actually, that's a chipmunk. Mr. Magoo cartoons always kind of bugged me. I mean, I get the whole gag that he's legally blind and technically should be put in a home, but that's just it. How does he get into all these shenanigans in the first place in his condition? Like going to vacation at a ski resort, or being a lead role in an opera. You'd think that would be a difficult task for him. It also bugged me how all the other people in Mr. Magoo's world are complete assholes. For real. Take, for example, this short where a guy gets out of having to look after a bunch of Boy Scouts by pinning the job on Magoo. Yeah, good idea, dick. Leave a bunch of kids in the hands of a legally blind bastard overnight. That will end well. Or when Magoo has a friend who calls him from the hospital telling Magoo that he needs to drive over to visit him. Yeah, some friend. I bet Magoo is the one who put him in the hospital in the first place, and this was his way of getting back at him. There's also some really weird cartoons. I mean, besides Alvin and the Chipmunks. Like this short called Forget-Me-Nuts. Okay. The cartoon is about an elephant and a mouse, or coyote, whatever this thing is, who volunteer to work for a scientist who suffers from dwarfism.
Well, gentlemen, we are now in business.
To make a short cartoon shorter, they both end up getting amnesia and forget how to get home.
Which proves the truth of that old saying, memory lane is a dead-end street.
What? Yeah, where did they dig that one up from? Or this one that has some surprisingly intricate backgrounds.
By George, I think I've got it. I can fly.
He can fly! He can fly!
I'm a bird. I'm an aircraft. I'm not going to ride that dreadful bus ever again.
The whole cartoon is basically a predecessor to those Red Bull commercials. To make the whole mindfuck even worse, this cartoon takes place in London.
Quiet, Farley. How can I hear the telly with you nattering on like that?
Oh, what's on the television then?
Looks like a penguin.
I mean, really? Just a few seconds ago I was watching a guy lobotomize a Scott Farkas puppet, and now I'm watching this? It is kind of a jarring experience to go from a cartoon that was made in the 1950s to a 1990s Nickelodeon show.
Good show, Bloodsport. I think you winged him.
Hey look, it's the 1950s. Now it's the early 90s. And now I'm in 2013. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go back to the 90s now. In every episode, the cartoons are randomly placed, and in some episodes it's just one cartoon after another. So the skits just seem like sandwiched in excuses to use up time until the commercials start. Like this bit from the humidity episode.
You can't charge one price for puppets and another for humans. Watch me, $13.50. It's for Dottie. She's half puppet, half human.
Part puppet, part human? So Dottie is the product of puppet fucking? Come to think of it, she does look an awful lot like Mark. Oh my god. And then the skit's over and we immediately go to commercial. That was it. That was the whole sketch. Normally, before a commercial break, Mark gets two people from the audience to be wienerized. Wienerized. Which apparently means being squashed alive in a red TARDIS while the rest of the audience cheers. I'm not gonna lie, being wienerized used to disturb me as a kid. Just look how terrified this kid looks right now.
That way. This that way. And you right there. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. You're gonna get messy.
Oh my. And now it's 90s commercial time! Yeah, I found these episodes of Weinerville with actual freaking commercials in them, which may sound like a bad thing, but no, it's freaking awesome. Like, you got those awesome toy commercials, even the ones you didn't know actually existed. And check it out, Legends of the Hidden Temple. I fucking love that show. Oh, and see if you can guess what this commercial is about.
Hey, dude, it's not your clothes you need to change, it's your pencils.
Pencils, of course. Back when social acceptance in high school depended on what your pencil looked like.
They write like other pencils, but they make you go, yikes!
Oh, I've got a pencil that makes you go yikes, alright. And I'm pretty sure it was a law back then for board game commercials to always end with a kid shouting, "I win!"
It's our barn!
I win! First out of them all. I win!
Go for it!
I win!
Connect Four!
I win!
Big race! Hungry, hungry hippo!
Sink your teeth into Shark Attack.
After 50 years, Tom and Jerry are coming to theaters.
Oh god. Oh god.
Why not share the fun with your family?
Yeah, bring your family. You'll all be disappointed. I like how this preview hides all the shittiness of the movie. It makes it look like the movie is all the usual Tom and Jerry slapstick, when really, the majority of the movie is about a little girl, of whom the preview only shows once. And notice the lack of Tom and Jerry actually talking. Yeah, they knew this movie was gonna be crap, didn't they? And what really grinds my gears is how a commercial break is only like 3 or 4 commercials, and that's it. That's fucking it. And they're all commercials for kids' toys and cereal and crap. Nowadays, Nickelodeon will have like 7 fucking commercials, and most of them are for lawsuits against vaginal mesh. Ugh, who invented that word anyway? Vaginal mesh. Puts a bad taste in my mouth. Okay, enough of the commercials. It's time to get back to why we're here. At this point of the show is when the wienerized kids, giggle giggle, play some ridiculous game. The kids usually suck at these games, but then again you would suck at pushing random objects into a toy truck too, if you had puppet arms and limited neck movement. I also like how in some of the episodes it looks like Mark just takes a wild guess at who the winner is, but in other episodes he has a scoreboard. You gotta make up your mind, man. It's probably because one of the losers complained that there is no legitimate scorekeeping, which is sad if it's true. But after the game, regardless of who wins or loses, and because it's Nickelodeon, they both get slimed.
What do you say, give the parents a special topping?
Oh god, no kids, don't give your parents a special topping. Oh god, jeez. And then we get another lame joke to top off the episode, and then that's it. That's Weinerville. Yeah, I have to admit, Watching this as a kid was probably more endearing than going back and watching it again as an adult. This show is just ADD incarnate. It makes it kind of tough to do a review on. Regardless, you can't deny the satisfaction of rewatching a childhood show that reminds you of how awesome it was to grow up in that particular decade. We really gotta bring slime back. And all real monsters. And cargo pants. And that's our first look at TV month. Tune in next time to see what other random ass TV program from yesteryear I come up with. Oh god. Oh god. It's poison. It tastes like poison. This is what poison tastes like. Oh god. Tasty poison. Oh, tasty poison.
Thank you so much for watching Weinerville Day. Hopefully you guys found this entertaining and fun to watch.
This was a lot of fun. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching us. Yeah, and it was really nice to be a part of this, and meeting you. Yeah, I guess it wasn't so bad. Good night, everybody! Happy 24th birthday! Now get out of here!
What's up?
In Weinerville.
What's up?
In Weinerville.
Now get out of here!
Oh boy, that was hard. Weinerville Day was filmed in this house in the city of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Duh!